DC natives who are a dying breed. And I am in nuclear engineering.
And I'm retired. And I do
When
not...
I come back, and also I'm volunteering at Smithsonian, and I love volunteering so much.
Classroom teacher for 11 years.
There, we recently published new video training videos. This semester, we had a teacher plead that Oscar come back again, even though, and we'll learn more about that during the happy hour. And, next to Allison is Tim Leonard, a 5th grade teacher at Shepherd.
I have some.
This one. Yeah, one people back there.
And ask them because I'd rather this be more of a dialogue than it is. So if there's some framework, some kind of organization, they can kind of it can become ingrained more readily. So starting with that, a little bit more about transitioning away from
the poster.
Raising excitement. Oh, this is up. All right, I apologize. Here, I want to get it out of the way. So, in front of you see the question: who is Daniel Bernoulli? The guy invented and came up with Bernoulli's principle. Concept is fluid dynamics, but pressure, higher velocity or speed, right? Okay. So that the thing that changes the pressure is basically going through this constriction. So there's a carburetor from an engine. You know, all the gearheads out there know what I'm talking about. All right? And there's an airplane wing cuts through the air going forward. The flow constriction going across the top of its wing when it passes through this restriction. And it passes around the restrictions are in place. They may be don't remember anymore. Anyway, you can see the low pressure above the wing generates lift. I'm going to give you all some ping-pong balls. Just take one, pass them to you. I've got it. Thank you. Well, not everybody at once here. Come on.
You better in the classroom?
Yeah, I do a lot better in the classroom. Kids are enthusiastic. Talk a little bit about my experiments and aligning them with the standards of learning. This curriculum itself is very malleable. I mean, it's whatever the kids are into that day. It changes all the time. So that gave me a breadth of experiences when it came to aligning my in Germantown, Maryland. They have the park in their brains. The odds are low they will retain all the early lesson info.
Years I figured out already, and one of my first experiments was
The bow.
It's the bow. It's like arrow, shooting the arrow of love. So I have my experiment from the side, because then the color will look better. This takes the longest. Is also good to do.
Oh, it starts to mix a little when you first start to pour it in.
Yeah, but then it all kind of settles.
Yeah.
What they really want to do is they want to shake it and tell them. Hold items. You have most of these around your house. Probably have food coloring around your house. Do this with kids of most ages, even if you don't want it. Any other questions?
I said for a long time, I had a statistician, I've had an environmentalist, I've had earth scientists, physicists, I've had them all. So getting that done, I should just shut my mouth. But there has to be some alignment. I mean, you can't...
Well, no, I just want to say that a lot of the time, we take the science time.
Field, we're so test-driven. We'll digress.
I mean, now I pretty much got them down, but...
You have a person in the building that will bridge the rest of the teachers together, and they say, and you say, this is what needs to happen. Here are the volunteers. And I'll take questions, and that's a great question because, at least in 3rd grade, that's when they actually participate in the science fair process, then begin with the scientific method. That would be a great start.
I have a quick question.
And I'm going to tell other people not to talk, because I'm going to tell them. And
But let's get to it.
there's always this, we are going in and taking the time away from the teacher when we do our programs. And so history, Maryland and DC have adopted something called the Next Generation Science Standard 2010, and my guess is that they are going to move towards this NGSS, or Engineering and Design, basically taking those 4 parameters and talking about concepts that see and I'm not, and that's what this are and can focus on these science and engineering learned as is the scientific method with step 1, step 2, whatever. So my suggestion and what I want to focus on a little bit is cause and effect. So ask the facts, look at the information that they've collected, and then from that data they can construct an argument. Thank you. All right. Talking too much as a teacher, I think. That she tells the kids not to shake it up until they get home. I'd love to see the class that volunteer are meeting the standards by still teaching about observation.